Hola chicas! Hi guys! Hi venner! ¿Cómo está? How are you? What? I think that should be like my new intro. Because I feel the multicultural vibe. Don't you? If you notice something different about me, please say, oh, my nails are fixed. I no longer look like a hot mess. Now I'm just a mess. Really. I do want to apologize for any loud noises in the background. That is my 7-year-old who is very passionate about Fortnite. Today we are creating this smoky kind of fiery eye, and I'm keeping it all about the eyes, so whenever I am done talking and introducing myself, we are going straight to the eyes. We are dipping into the Morphe 503 palette, and I've only used it once before. We did dip into the James Charles X Morphe just for the highlighter shade because I kind of felt like that was missing from the Morphe palette. So before I even start out with anything, I primed my eyelids with the MAC Paintpot in the color Painterly, and then I set it with the very light shade in the palette up here, just to make it less tacky, because I feel like if I just go in on top of the paint pot just as it is, the color seems to stick to it and then it's getting harder to blend. So for starters, we are starting out with this one up here. It's a very like curry kind of yellow and is really, really nice. As you see, this palette does have a little of fallout, but I don't mind it all that much. It can just be blown away. I'm putting that on a fluffy blending brush and putting that right in the crease. Actually, the lightest shade in the palette was a little more dark than I expected it to be. It looks a lot lighter, but let's make it work anyways. I'm just gonna swipe back and forth and keeping it nice and low. It will go up once we start blending everything out. I'm trying to keep the middle of the eye kind of bare because we are going in with some glitter on top at the end, so there's no reason to use eyeshadow to apply it all over. If you get something there, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It doesn't do anything. I barely dipped into the shade and it's really pigmented on the eyes. The next shade we're going to dip into is this one down here. It's a little darker than the other one, and I'm just going to put that on the same brush and just apply it underneath the other one to keep it lower, but right in the crease. If you feel like this brush is too big, you can always switch it out to a smaller blending brush. Actually, I think I'm going to swap out my pencil and I'm going to use the Morphe M506. And this is clean and has nothing on there, so I'm just going to blend those two colors together, but still keeping them really low. Because I have hooded eyes, I kind of want to tilt my head back just a little to make the canvas a little more even and give me a little more workspace. I'm going to dip that into the color we just used before, just to darken everything up. If you have mature skin like I do, you see that on my eyelid they kind of get into these little folds. And to try to prevent that, you can go very gently on top of the eyeshadow to just blend it out. It has to be like really, really, really gently. That would prevent you kind of dragging the skin around and preventing it setting in the fine lines. So just keep in mind that when you use this palette, it is buildable. Just take a little bit at a time and just build it up slowly. I'm going to take the big fluffy brush again with the kind of curry shade on it and gently just swipe that on top to kind of blend everything out. And you see now, even though I kept it low, it still goes way higher than when we started. I'm keeping this in the dome shape, which means that I kind of just keep it in the crease and move it around, just make it a round kind of dome. I'm not bringing it out to make like the triangle. And if you want to learn more about the dome shape, go check out Stephanie Lang here on YouTube. I'll link her channel down below. She has so many good tutorials for us with hooded eyes. The next shade we're dipping into is the one up here. It's a little bit darker than the one we just used, and we are going to use a lot of colors for this look. I guess you can skip this one. I just like to blend and mix a whole lot. And you want to keep that low underneath the kind of curry shade to give it like that smoky kind of look. And I'm just tapping it on and keeping it in the crease. Because I have hooded eyes, I need to put my crease up a little bit higher than my natural crease, otherwise you can't see my eyeshadow once I open my eye. So if I look up here and I just look and my eyes are droopy, you kind of not see a lot. So if I lift my eyebrows up, you kind of see where I apply it. So to fake that I have like a higher crease, I bring my eyeshadow up a little bit higher. As I stated in my previous video, I love this little fella right here. It is such a good blending brush, and if you don't have it in your kit and you just need like a good all-around blending brush, the M506 from Morphe is such a good inexpensive choice. Let me have a sip of my coffee in my all-time favorite coffee cup. So good, so good. And yes, I am a coffee fanatic. Now we're really gonna deepen everything up, and we're gonna go with the very dark chocolate shade down here and still use just a tiny amount so it will make it easier to just build up. I'm just gonna keep that in the inner corner and in the outer corner and just slightly in the crease so we can put some glitter in the middle. And if you feel like you look like a hot mess right now, it's okay. It all comes together in the end, I promise. Now I'm going in with the fluffy one and just blend everything together. I just realized there was setting powder all over it. I just wiped that off and now I'm gonna blend. I use circular motions, just a tiny one, just to even out edges and blending everything together. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Like it was your little baby. But I'm not blending too high, so we still have that fiery curry shade on the top. And if you feel some of the colors are getting kind of dulled out when we blend, just reapply and do it again. I think I want it a little deeper, so I'm going in with a little more of that chocolate shade to kind of deepen it all up. And then I'm using a big fluffy one. This is the JS5 from Morphe X Jeffree Star, just to see if I can get rid of some of the lines. Yeah, that really evens something out. I got something in my eye. Now it's all better. Now we are actually ready for glitter, and you could go in with either this one up here or this one in the middle, which is kind of a loose glitter. If you touch it, it kind of, I don't know if it sparkles, but it kind of gives off little itty bitty pieces of glitter. I would use this with a glitter primer under just to keep it nice and tacky where you want it, or you can apply this one up here, and that has a very pretty gold shade too. But today I want to try out this one from Makeup Revolution. I don't know if it shows up, but it's called Conflict, and it's a very, very pretty glitter. I tried it once and I really like it. As you see, it's kind of moussey or very, very soft. So I think it'll go great with popping that right in the middle to kind of create a low halo eye. This came with this, which is an intensifying primer. I haven't tried it. It looks like a little eye droppy thing, but I don't want to put it in my eye. But I'm thinking that we're trying to put that on a flat brush and see how it works. Usually I use the MAC Prep and Prime for this, but let's give it a go. So I'm gonna take a few drops, put it on here, just cover everything. It soaks it up, okay. And I guess we're gonna dip into this one. See how, oh, it picks up a lot. Oh, see how much it picked up? There's a lot on here. And then we're gonna pop that right in the center. Oh, this is a pretty gold. Maybe I made the brush a little too wet, so I'm going back in and see if I can smooth things over. There we go. It was a little more intense. I would say that you don't need the intensifying primer. The MAC Prep and Prime or whatever setting spray you have would do the trick just as good. To make it not look weird, I'm gonna pop some color around the edges just to blend it out a little bit. Now we want to connect the lower lashes to the upper, so we're going to take the exact same colors that we just used up here and try to blend it down underneath the eyes. The trick for me is to keep it a little low so I kind of cover my little fine lines underneath the eye. Then I don't look old. I am old. Let me just pretend I'm not old. Just a little. And my kid turns 7 tomorrow. I haven't aged a day. What I am missing about the palette is maybe a highlighter shade. I wanted some highlighter in my inner corner and on my brow bones, and I don't feel like the palette offers me that option. So I am diving in to my favorite palette at the moment, the Morphe X James Charles, because it has such a pretty highlighter shade. And yes, it's very well used now, and I'm going in with ring light up here, just in the inner corners and on the brow bone. Before we apply some mascara and some lashes, I'm going in with the Catrice Inside Eye Kohl Kajik, and I've actually been loving this. It's very, very soft, and it does stay on for a very long time. So now this is on, so I'm gonna apply some false lashes and some mascara, and then I'll be right back. So we're here, we made it, da 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 da, drum roll please. That was a drum roll. So now we're done, we have highlighter on, everything is set and primed, and I think I have more setting spray in my hair than on my face. Again, it should be my trademark, really. So thank you for watching how to create this smoky goldy eye look, and I hope to see you in the next one. Namaste.